Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I wanted to wish you a wonderful day on this spring day, for it is very warm here. It is quite wonderful. For we will discuss various ideas. The first one is that we're really doing a shift from fear to love. For fear and love are not really emotions. They're not emotions. They are sponsoring energies. That sponsoring every thoughts come from love, or come from fear, come from knowledge or ignorance. So it's well, we are clearing a lot of old things, and it's like in the 3D, in the third dimension, that we this third density of the old world. We always had plans, but the plans always worked out. But in fifth dimension, we don't have always plans. For we live in the now, and we're receiving the information little by little. But we are certain of the plan. We're certain the plan will lead us to joys, to fulfillment, to fulfillment, to be. To happiness, and it is very we let go of any idea of outer power. We just go with the new energies that connects us within and flow with it. And so understanding we are the architects of our new reality. We have to conceive the plans with our guides and helpers and visible helpers, but God is the builder. For now we're working on the foundation. For looking at a plan is not the same as having the building before you. To look at the map of Paris in the map is not the same as when you go there and you experience it. But for now, so when you follow your joy, you accelerate the process. When you fear, you slow it down. It is like when we are inside fear and turmoil. It's like the building of our new reality. God is saying, well, just everybody take a break, stop building for a moment, because they need the fuel of love and joy. And so stay very optimist and positive. And sometimes you can make adjustment on the plan. And so. For it is a co-creation, and this new reality will be co-created between us and Source. For we are God in form, in essence. We came here to experience what God has created. We came to the earth for just this one moment to experience physical life and universal service. It is a very unique mission, a unique contribution. Nobody can take your place. Every other role is taken. So it's only your role that needs to be, you need to anchor your role. And we're here to anchor the light, anchor this unique light that we are, and to manifest this unique facet of the Creator, this divinity that we have inside. It is the challenge, is to tune into. It's like goat herding. It's not easy to ride a goat, but it's like the same thing with riding to experiencing our divinity. This great shift, this great awakening is not a time of joy and celebration, for it is, we already want to move beyond that into the joy and celebration. But for most of humanity, it is a time of great chaos, of great pain, of great. For we are being shown all that we created out of lucidity, out of wisdom, and that we were completely hypnotized and created through fear, all kinds of things that do not work, and right now they're showing up. So it's like this world was created by beings or managed by beings that are really cupid and greedy. So it's like we no longer want that. And the program will get darker and darker and darker, to show that those unbalance. For karma is bringing the balance back. But karma will manifest in our life only when we become conscious beings that are working, that are making a lot of, that are hurting a lot, will not experience karma until they become aware of that. It builds up, and then, wow, I have to deal with all that, all my creation. So the only way is to stay aware, to become aware, to become joyful, to laugh at things, to let go, to utilize unconditional love, and to have to find joy through the process, no matter what is going through, and the process, whatever the process is, to lighten the load. I'm going to discuss a little bit more about that, but it's about accepting the energies and to recreate a new world, the new us, the new life will not be exactly as we feel. It will be better. So it's just the past has been purification. This is this purification, that is spring cleaning. Really, we need to purify, to clean up. What we are now is patience. And in the future, it's going to be the judgment. For at some point, the prime creator has decided this world will ascend, and it will ascend. For what we're working on now is well-being. We're seeking this well-being, feeling good within all aspects of our life. And in the future, we're going to find the outcome of that will be acceptation. We're going to move into total acceptation, to flow with the energies of life. I wanted to say that it's much easier for you to visit the galactic planes than for them to come down here at this point. To just have to ask, and you will be through dreams and meditation. You will be shown those ships. You will be for it is the energy is too heavy for them to come here right now. For it is about turning the frequency of your within your brain to turn in the new frequency and to turn into your higher self within your brain. It is like a radio or TV. If you're on a channel on the TV and you're on the wrong channel, it broadcasts something you do not want to see. You turn on the channel. You don't get pissed off at the TV, or you just change the channel. So it's about learning to tune in the channel. The higher we go in the channels, the lighter the frequency and the more clear and pure it will become. But do not get angry of the show. Just change the channel, tune in to higher planes, to higher frequency. For all the energy out is the energy back. Everything is coming back in some way or some form. So for the old fear and the survival tactics of the ego, maybe coming back to clouds, our intuition to cloud to do some self-sabotage. So just let it go, just breathe and do mantras, do invocations, do things that bring you joy, exercise, eat good food. Do massage, take vacations, whatever brings you joy is very important, and concentrate on laughter. Seek out those things that are funny. Laughing as much as possible, because when we laugh, we're in the present and we're not concerned with so many things. So do not take things seriously. There was a philosopher named Democritus who was like, Plato did not like him because Plato was very serious and Democritus was very, who cares? But he was the atomist. He created this idea of the atom, which is undividable particle, which we have not yet discovered. What we call atoms, they are dividable. They're not the real atom. An atom means undividable. They're actually ultimatons that are the matter that makes up the electrons. We'll come to discover those later. But Democritus was very much about joy, about letting go. He was the man who laughed very much. And so also there is an ascended master named Maitreya, who was the master guide of Lord Buddha, who's also the cosmic Christ, the future Buddha, who's also philosophy's joy and laughter is like the only thing that he takes seriously, and the only thing he will accept within this reality is ecstatic joy. So continue to seek out what is funny and inner smile. Do not take things seriously. And when you trust, you take a load off. When you trust, the trust is you letting go of things that you cannot control, those things that you cannot control. So you may as well trust. What we trust is that the Creator exists, and that is the opposite of trust. And on the upper planes, they all have this trust, this faith. They know that the plan of God is perfect, and so they can live with far greater freedom. For the mind will doubt and the heart will trust, and your heart is the residence of God down here. So you wanna clear it up to open it to love. Trust will lead to faith, and faith is an eternal principle. All higher being lives on faith. They know God. So we want to let go of the crusades against anyone. There is no more outer reality. Just create this peaceful exploration of your inner self to allow this resurrection to happen. Also wanted to discuss the idea the divine feminine is really important. It incarnates the original divinity, the great mother, the Tao, as Lao Tzu used to call her. For everything is born from the mother in the local universe, in the realm of the physicality. She's a daughter of the infinite spirit, and she's the prime creator of our universe. The angels, everything, the angels, archangels, and celestial life, all were born from this great mother, Sophia Nebadonia, also known as Nebadonia. Yet it is the universal father on Paradise that initiated the pulse of ascension of our local universe, of all many local universes at this time. On Paradise, the dynamic are quite different. The eternal Son is the great mother of all life. And it is also a brother to all created beings, because it's like we have this similarity. So consider that there's different force and dynamism. So follow whatever. I just sort of expressed some few thoughts. I thank you for coming to listen to those messages, to share, to comment, to subscribe, to like, for your donations. If you want private sessions, I will do a few more of those. I'm going to go and wander out today. for the observer is the solid foundation. We want to create a solid foundation for our future building, and you're the architect, so you can always it's still in the works. Your inner buildings will always be in the works. It will always be transformation. This is never fixing when it's all done. It will always be a work in progress. But the old is like the old is crumbling down. The new foundation are created, and the new reality is about to emerge. The highest wisdom is the time of living, the departure. What we need to understand is the time of the nap, the siesta, the nap. It's when we're total relaxation, when we take the time to relax, that our dream crystallize, that good thoughts and inspiration come to us. What we need to do is the equitable being, to be fair, to be just, to be transparent, to balance out the energy, and the outcome will be reparation. We're going to be able to repair all those aspects of our life that are still in suffering in some sense. So we'll just focus on the outcome as much as possible. As if you want to travel at the speed of thoughts, as Jonathan Livingstone used to say, you have to convince yourself that you're already there, be already there, and just and let go of all those things that are outside of your power. Stay joyful, laugh about it, and laugh about things as much as possible, and connect to friends. Also, friends is very important, to find people that we can really enjoy the company with, to have this for this song I'm going to sing. It's about to say, well, we all need love, we all want love, we want companionship, but our friends will really will assist us in the process. It goes like this. What would you do if I sang out a tune? Would you stand or walk out on me? Lend me your ear and I sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? What do I do at the end of the day? Are you sad because you're on your own? No, I get by with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Would you believe in a love at first sight? Yes, I'm certain that it happens all the time. What do you see when you turn out the light? I can't tell you, but I know it's mine. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get high with a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends, with a little help from my friends. Great songs of the Beatles, with a very eccentric version of Joe Cooker at Woodstock. He probably took a lot of acid and he's made a great, wonderful versions. For at the time, it was a great time of insouciance, of lightness. And for the 70s was a great awakening time, the 60s, 70s. The 6th of Gabriel, it says, congratulations, you've done some really good work. It is time to move on to new things. Rewards, grants of promotions. So be ready, it is a victory. It is really a victory. So enjoy this time of victory and be ready to move on to the next level. I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day and prepare yourself for celebration. Thank you very much. Namaste.